Okay. Hey guys. Hello, hello. I am so excited to be on here tonight with you all. I decided to get some feedback from you to see, what is the biggest thing that we struggle with because I wanted to know from a personal basis so I could just share with you guys my experience. And I have been hearing a lot about conversations, a lot about interactions, and what is the biggest struggle is, I guess, starting that conversation with people genuinely and how to really be genuine in interactions and things like that. But I decided to talk about three topics tonight that really help me in conversations that I've learned to use going into conversations. And I really had to think back at how I talk to people. And the past couple months it's been weird in conversations for me, and I had to get back into, yes, Gladys, it does. Really, if it feels forced, it's not genuine. If it feels like you have to say something that isn't you or something just so you can start that conversation, the motive is a little bit of a, will an enrollment come out of this? So I really had to remove those motives, and it takes time, I think, for that to happen. It takes time to, hey, it takes time, I think, for you to go through your seasons of being a business owner to really remove those motives, to grow into yourself, grow into that business owner that you are here to be. And a lot of that comes with practice. The more you have conversations and the practice that you have, the better and the more expert you're going to be. Right. And I always say less is more, and being simple in your responses is the biggest takeaway that I hope that you get from the Zoom tonight. That I realize when I am not word vomiting and when I'm not saying things that really don't need to be mentioned. If I'm talking about VIPs and they just want to know what I do as a promoter, then I need to take a step back. So there's three topics in conversations that I need you to have. And I was talking to one of my promoters about this, and it was having a standard. Having a standard in your conversations is important. And although conversation although they'll be different because they're with different people, I think you need to get into the routine and the habit of saying what it is that you do and the products are. And you have to have a standard for both because we enroll promoters and we enroll customers, right? So if someone is asking about the products, what is your standard going to be in the response? And are you going to voice message that? Or are you going to write it out? For me, I write it out and then I voice message after that. I copy and paste from my notes what the products do, what they are, and then I voice message the rest of the conversation. So I have this copy and paste message in my notes, and it's also in my Google Keeps. Oh no, you can't hear me, Cameron. I was wondering if my sound was on. Okay, you're okay. Yeah, I was wondering. And your message needs to be in your notes. Okay. Like, so it's easy for you to get to, right? So for me, when I'm talking the products, I say the same thing to every potential that asks. And then after that, that's my standard, right? That message is what I'm going to respond. I know that's what I'm going to say every time because it covers the basics. It talks about the three steps. It's simple. And I always end with, let me know what questions you have. We will go from there. It takes the pressure off because if you have to write it out every time somebody asks you what the three steps are, you're going to feel like you're going to overthink, and you want to have that standard message that you send and then go from there. So if they're like, after that, they're going to ask the questions if they're interested. And that's where you voice message. That comes to knowing your testimony, knowing your product testimony, and knowing your business testimony. And that's where I'll answer their question and then I'll relate and share my testimony at the back end of it. That's how I have conversations because I want people to see that I'm human. If there's Lincoln in the background or there is just whatever going on, I want them to know, like, I'm a human being. Like, there's nothing different between the two of us. I just decided to do something different. I love these products. I'm passionate about them. And I tell people that. And, not word vomiting, and really getting to know the need that you want to help them with. So ping ponging the conversation is what I want you to work on too. If you have trouble with keeping the flow of it and having control, because we want control, guys, over that conversation with people so that they know what you're doing. And you want to ask, yes, I'm so glad, Gladys. Yeah. You want to ask them, like, what is your need, basically? I mean, not straight up like that, but you want to be like, what are you struggling with most when it comes to waking up in the morning? Like, do you have trouble sleeping? Do you struggle with mental health issues? Do you want to lose weight? Do you have acne, with our skincare, whatever it is that comes to your mind? Ask them and just say, what is it that you struggle with? To get to that root and the need. And then you're going to know what you're going to share, the 3 steps, or what DFT, or what plus line item. And that's where being educated on the products, you really need to know what is for what. I know a promoter messaged me last night and she was like, I didn't know we had a nighttime DFT. I was like, oh, we have six DFTs, and this one does this, and you want to make sure you get in that resources in the cloud office and look at those documents and downloads of each product. If you have to make a graphic for yourself to go and reference, or put it in your Google Keeps, or write out in your notes what products do, the benefits and the ingredients, do that. I just go to my documents in my cloud office, and I'm so wired now where I know what they are, but I did that in the beginning. And you have to know what DFT to recommend, get educated on the men's and the women's, why they're different, activate, what does that do for you? Thirst, our skincare, those things is really important to know about, because if you don't know the backbone of the products, your conversations are going to feel all over the place, and you're not going to feel like really what to guide them in, where to guide them, and what to customize them, and that solution. Yes, Gladys, we're paid problem solvers for people. So if someone's in your inbox wanting to know more details on these products, they're coming to you because they have a problem. That means our job is to solve that problem and know what they need and seal the deal. And sealing the deal looks different for a lot of people. You already want to assume that they're going to order. That's how I seal the deal. I don't question them. Like, if you're ready, this is what we'll do. I'm already like, let's get your account set up. I'll walk you through your order. Like, make sure there's a one on today's order, one on today's auto ship. Put your information in, your credit card info. You'll be able to review it and check out. Like, I am already like in there. Like, I've already assumed that they're ordering, and I don't question it. So really letting them know that you're in my inbox for a reason. Like, this is my solution. And it really helps you grow into that confidence as well of being knowledgeable, and that businesswoman that we're here to be. I love that, Gladys, knowing that your time is valuable. Oh, that's it. That's it. And I love that. I love you. I love it, because you realize that people that are playing the games and, say that, oh, that's too much caffeine, or this isn't going to be good for me, or I don't think I'm ready to do that, or they have a objection, you're going to realize that I hardly don't even respond to people like that, because I don't have the time. And those people are not the quality people that you want in your organization. That goes for customers too. You want customers who are going to reorder, who are going to want to use these products willingly and love these products, and become so involved with you as their promoter. And you create that relationship with them, and it's so much more than products. And you really begin to know your confidence and your value, what you bring to the table. And In those conversations, when you have those objections, it's going to be so much easier when you're in that business owner stance and you are like, hey, this may not be for you. I hope you have a good day, like whatever that is, because the quality people are out there, the quality people that want to change, that are working their tail off, that are just moms and or just full-time workers, 60-hour weeks, like that need these products are going to pay the price, and they're going to value what it is that we have, right? That we're offering. And that's so important, Gladys. I'm glad you touched on that confidence, because confidence is the foundation of our business. I will say that till the end of time, because it absolutely is. And what that means is the foundation is 2 to 3 years of building that confidence, of creating something so solid in your life that no one can take away from you, that you know that you built, that you are proud of yourself, that you have a quality of life you're living today that wasn't always like that. And you just begin to be a whole different mindset. So topic number 2 is your testimony, which I kind of touched on, but products and biz, do you know your testimony on both sides? Because for me, I want people to know where I come from if they're asking about the business and how I was on government assistance. And I kind of mention those things, but I also mention whatever it is that they're asking. So I have a standard for promoters, right? You want to tell them I use and share products that I love, and I teach others how to do the same. What questions do you have? And we'll go from there. That's standard. And then voice message after that. And knowing the products that you use and that you don't use, and also how you feel, does it feel good in these conversations, or does it feel like you're trying to be something you're not? Does it feel like it's like you're being pulled to say things that you just don't feel like saying, because that's not authentic? And that's why voice messaging is so important, because it's you speaking, right? It's your verbiage. It's how you sound. And that's what people want. They're in your inbox and you get on a voice clip, they listen and they're like, wow, she's passionate. Wow, she's got that fire and I want that, and I think that's so important to voice message, and it's genuine. And then the third topic is not having expectations in conversations. When I removed all expectations of people, of places and things in my business, I went 12K. I did. I was stuck at 4K for 16 months. I didn't maintain for 16 months. And when I became confident and I stopped placing expectations on people, I became so fierce. I became so powerful, because I was like, people don't want these products. That's a them thing. People don't want this business. That's just not their time right now. And I decided to normalize the fact that people aren't always excited as you. People don't always see the vision you see. So when you go into conversations knowing that, it's so much easier if they don't respond to you, or if they ghost you, or if they tell you like, hey girl, I'm not ready, or they don't respond. You didn't place expectations a week ago. You're already good. You're on to the changing the next life. You're on to doing more reels, adding more value, doing content every day. That's your focus. It's not going to be on that one promoter that's been telling you for 2 weeks she's going to order. It's going to be on more value, right? It's going to be on growing. It's going to be on what next self-development book you're going to read, because you're becoming. And it's so important to do your self-development too, because that is key. And Gladys is right. What is it? It's not a no. It's just not a right, not now or whatever. Like, that's so true, because the more you're consistent and the more that you're passionate, they're going to go to bed thinking about you at night. That's how you know that you're doing something right, because when they come back, it's like, it feels so much more fulfilling that you didn't place those expectations too. And you're like, okay, I'm aligned. I'm where I need to be. And she just wasn't ready. And it's so freeing to realize that your tribe and the people you want to bring are out there. The people that you want to link arms with that are just like you, your people, are going to be built. Like, do y'all ever think like, a year from now, what your team will look like, what your leaders will be like, how they handle situations, if they're going to be home full time, if they're going to bring their husbands home. It's like I envision my leaders and my team to be so far beyond where they are right now in a year. And I get so excited about that. So it's really so much, it's really so much about that other person, that long-term team that's coming, that's going to be built. And you're just in this stewardship. You have to steward the small. You have to be grateful for the $15 paychecks that don't seem fair or deserving, right? I'm getting hot. Lincoln woke up. Tribes of Force. Yes. Oh, Cameron. Oh, you're burning up. Oh, it's okay. Mommy's on a call. Listen. I'm reading the chat. It's okay, honey. You're burning up. Are you? Hold on. Hang on. Lay right here. Let mommy finish. I'll be done. Just a minute. Oh, what? What? Lay down. You're half asleep. Let mommy finish. I'll be done. He's got marker. Yes, so he's half asleep. Yeah, so that's the thing with the long-term vision. When you go into conversations knowing that, and you break down the why you're here, and you get no more surface level, right? No more of the luxury car, the Louis bags, or retiring your husband. You want to get more deeper involved in why, because when I did that, everything changed. So it's important to know that when you do every day, you have to be reminded and remind yourself and condition yourself to realize that there's a tribe waiting on you. There are men and women. And when I get on my live videos, I'm like, just impact one person. Can I just influence and impact and inspire one individual? That would be one family. That would be one life, just one person, because there's power in one. And I just say that prayer, and then I say what I need to say. But knowing that there's quality people out there for you to go and impact and have in your life is going to just be so much bigger than surface level. So think about you showing up and you stewarding the small and the things and the hardships and the seasons you're in right now. A year from now, when you have your leaders message you and say, hey, I had my biggest paycheck ever. Hey, I hit 12K, my car's payments covered. That is going to be so much more rewarding to you than the temporary feeling in the season right now. So it's the value and the quality of life you're adding to people and that you're in today and that you get to look forward to. And it's so rewarding. It absolutely is. And conversations, just basically knowing your standard of what you're going to say, voice messaging the rest, and being genuine. So with interactions and stuff, I will tell you, I have learned to say a sentence, at least more than 4 words, to someone, and something that I wouldn't say if I wasn't with Thrive. I hope that makes sense, because that's what I had to tell myself subconsciously, was turn off the business owner part when I'm doing my interactions and be Olivia. Not 40K Olivia, not Thriver Olivia, but just Olivia, original, like your original self. Go interact as your original self. Turn off Thrive for a minute, because that's what I had to do. And it's helped me. It helps me in my interactions. It helps me be genuine. And I say things that I would rather say if it was just me. And removing those expectations, it just really brings your whole business full circle when you have those conversations. So I hope that you, this week and in the future, when you go into a conversation and someone's not ready to order, please don't let that define the woman you're becoming, or the business, how your business is, or your worth, because all of that is surface level. Is surface level. And when you dig deeper into someone, if someone's rejecting these products or this business, you have no idea what's going on in their life. And I think it really takes the pressure off, because you're in a servant mindset when you do that. When you're like, okay, like I understand, like when you're ready, I'll be here. I hope you have a great day. Like, it's just so much more fulfilling. And yes, Amber. I mean, it's just what it's what's worked for me. And you will find your rhythm when you do those interactions. And you're just like, girl, I love that shirt. Do you have a boutique? Like, what's going on? Like, I'm just myself. So if that helps you, I'm so glad. And just be that warrior this week, be vulnerable this week, and share your passion that doesn't have to always be Thrive. It doesn't always have to be the business, but something that you're working towards. Let your audience know. If you're 4K working for 12K, talk about that auto bonus and what that's going to do this Christmas for your family. That's an extra 300 a month. We have 12 paychecks till Christmas. I think that needs to be shared about for your followers and let them know, like, hey, don't tell me that won't impact you. Like, that's a huge deal. Not everybody gets paid every week, especially at a 9 to 5. And you just want to set the tone this week for the next 3 months, right? Because what we do today, we get paid on in January. And I do want to mention this before we hop off. So there are seasons in this industry. There are seasons. We have, right, winter, fall, spring, summer, right? That's the seasons of the year, but there's also seasons in this industry. And right now, being in the fall season, I don't want to say that it's slow because I really don't like that word, because I think your business ebbs and flows as you do. And if we're in sales, it goes up and down. But there is a big myth that's around that it's a slow time. And right now it's planting season. It's just something that's been around. Fall is planting season. And you want to plant as many seeds right now as you can. Those conversations, start those conversations, talk to as many people you see on your social media as you can. And January, those people will be ready to link arms. And that, to me, I believe wholeheartedly in that. And it's not so much of expecting that they're going to join, but it's creating that established relationship from there then to January, to saying, hey, how many kids do you have? Like, what do you do for a living? And getting to know these people on your social as much as you can now. So when January hits, the new year is around and we're ready to have resolutions and change things and get healthy, these people will have watched you for 3 months. Does that make sense? So love that planting seeds. So 3 months is so true. What you do now, you get paid in January, and in January and April. It's just the way it works. So I'm gonna stop recording. I mean, I'm so proud of you, Amber. So proud.